Hello, friends! Welcome to Storytime, where we connect through reading a good book.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Maddi's Fridge, written by Lois Brandt, illustrated by Vin Vogel. Read with permission from Flashlight Press. When Sofia and Maddi played at the park, they stretched their toes to the sky. They climbed to the top of the ladder and flew off the end of the slide. They stayed until the buildings grew long shadows and even the taxis stopped honking. "Let's play on the climbing wall," Maddi said. "No way," Sofia said. "I can't reach." "Yes way." Maddi scooted up to the top of the wall. "Your turn." Sofia put a foot on the bottom rock, grabbed with one hand, and stretched, but she couldn't reach the next hold. Sofia's stomach growled. "I give up. Let's get a snack." "No way," Maddi said. "Let's stay here." "Yes way." Sofia ran to Maddi's building and raced up the stairs. "Wait!" Maddi ran after her. Maddi was the best climber, but Sofia was the fastest runner. Sofia swung open the door of Maddi's fridge. "What have you got?" "We have milk," Maddi said. "I'm saving it for Ryan. He's still little." "Why doesn't your mom go to the store?" Sofia asked. "We don't have enough money." "But what if you get hungry?" "We have some bread," Maddi said. "I guess I'll go home to eat," Sofia said. "Please don't tell anyone," Maddi said. "Okay. Promise?" "I promise." Sofia ran home past the bookstore and grocery store. The sun went down behind the buildings and took all the colors with it. "Good timing," Mom said. "Dinner's almost ready." Lois was wrestling on the floor with Pepito. Sofia opened the refrigerator door. Pepito peeked inside. Sofia's fridge was full of milk and eggs and tortillas and cheese and lettuce and jam and salsa and tofu and even half a can of dog food. "Here you go," Mom said. Sofia and Lois each had a plate of fish and rice. Mom had a plate of fish and rice. Even Pepito had his bowl of dog food, with a little bit of fish and rice. Maddi and Ryan only had some bread and a small carton of milk. Sofia couldn't tell Mom. She had to keep her promise to Maddi. "Not fish again," Lois said. "I want cheesy pizza bombs." "Cheesy pizza bombs are a treat," Mom said. "Fish is a good source of protein." "Is fish good for kids?" Sofia asked. "Yes," Mom smiled. "Fish is perfect for kids." That night, Sofia had an idea. "Yuck," Maddi said the next day. "Oh," Sofia said, "double yuck." Fish may be good for kids, but fish is not good for backpacks. After school, Sofia and Maddi raced to the climbing wall. Sofia got there first, but Maddi scrambled past her to the top of the wall. Sofia stretched and stretched. "Keep trying," Maddi said. "You'll get it." "I can't." Sofia jumped down. "It's too high." That night, Sofia, Lois, and Mom ate frittata. Pepito had his dog food with a little bit of frittata. Maddi and Ryan still had an empty refrigerator. Sofia couldn't ask for help. That would break her promise. She had to try again. "Are eggs good for kids?" Sofia asked. "Not as good as cheesy pizza bombs," Lois said. Cheesy pizza bombs are a treat, Mom said. Eggs are good for you. After dinner, Sofia packed eggs for Maddi and Ryan. Yuck, Maddi said. Double yuck, Sofia said. Eggs may be good for kids, but eggs are not good for backpacks. Sofia and Maddi raced to the climbing wall. Sofia won again, but Maddi shot past her to the top of the wall. Sofia grabbed one hold, reached for the next, and came down with a thump. That happens sometimes, Maddi called. This is impossible, Sofia said. Keep trying, Maddi said. You'll get it. That night, Sofia, Lois, and Mom had burritos. Pepito had his dog food, with a little bit of burrito and no salsa. Maddi and Ryan still had an empty fridge. Sofia wished she hadn't promised Maddi. Are burritos good for kids? Sofia asked. Burritos are very good for you, Mom said. Not as good as, Lois started to say. You should pay attention to nutrition like your sister, Mom said. The next morning, Sofia put 2 burritos in her backpack, along with tortillas, beans, cheese, and even some milk. No thanks, Maddi said. You haven't even looked, Sofia said. Is it fish? Maddi asked. No. Is it eggs? No. Is it gross? I don't know, Sofia said. Maddi shook the backpack. Something sloshed. Let's look together, Maddi said. 1, 2, 3, go. Burritos are good for kids and good for backpacks too. Do you want some milk? Sofia asked. Thanks, Maddi said, but I'll save the milk for Ryan. Sofia and Maddi raced to the climbing wall. Sofia won as usual and tried to climb. You can do it, Maddi said. Take my hand. Woohoo! I made it to the top, Sofia shouted. We're the tallest kids in the park, Maddi said. Thanks for helping me, Maddi. I couldn't do it alone. Maddi shrugged. That's what friends are for. After they finished playing, Sofia walked home, past the bookstore and the grocery store. She thought and thought and thought. Her own fridge was full of milk and juice and chicken and yogurt and bread and carrots and even half a can of dog food. Maddi's fridge only had 2 tortillas and a cup of beans and a bit of cheese and a little more milk than before. Sofia didn't want to break her promise, but she couldn't help Maddi alone. Sofia told she hoped Maddi wouldn't be mad. I'm glad you told me, Mom said. Let's see what we can do together. They loaded grocery bags with milk, flour, chicken, carrots, sugar, oil, and even frozen meat and vegetables. Louis pulled his package of cheesy pizza bombs out of the freezer. He thought and thought and thought some more. Then he put his cheesy pizza bombs in Maddi and Ryan's bag. For a treat, he said. At Maddi's apartment, the moms talked. Louis and Ryan played. Sofia and Maddi ran to the park. You broke your promise, Maddi said. I'm sorry, Sofia said. Are you mad? A promise is important, Maddi said. You're more important, Sofia said. I wanted you to have milk too. Maddi smiled. Are we still friends? Sofia asked. Always, Maddi said. Double always, Sofia said. Cheesy pizza bombs, Louis yelled. Our moms made cheesy pizza bombs for a treat. Sofia and Maddi raced up the stairs. Sofia slowed down so they could run together. That's what friends are for. The end. Did you like that story? Let's help friends who have empty refrigerators. 1 out of every 5 kids in the United States is at risk of having an empty fridge like Maddi. Do you have a friend or classmate who never eats breakfast and doesn't bring food for snack at school? Tell a parent or trusted adult. When you have friends over to play, offer some fruit and a glass of milk. You can even make them cheesy pizza bombs. Go to maddysfridge.com for the recipe and more. Make posters encouraging people to give food or money to your local food bank. Ask permission to put your posters up in grocery stores, libraries, schools, and businesses. Volunteer with your family or class at a local food bank, pantry, shelter, or community kitchen. Ask your local food bank what foods they need, then organize a neighborhood or school food drive for those items. Talk to your friends, teachers, and parents about ways to fight childhood hunger. The more we talk about empty refrigerators, the fewer there will be. Next, watch the read aloud, Too Much Glue. Then use the links below to get our free routine checklist and coupons. And grab your copy of this book too. Remember to keep connecting with those you love through reading. See you next week.